And I'm Shelley Wade. Of course, got one of my favorite artists of all time in the studio with me, Miss Janet Jackson. Hi, Janet.
Hi, Shelley.
I'm so honored to have you here. Of course,
Thank
I
you.
had a chance to meet you, like your last CD, Demita Joe.
Yes.
You guys had the party at, I think it was Spice.
Yes.
Spice Market.
Yes.
And I had a chance to hang out with you there, and then you came to the station a few days later. But this is my very first chance interviewing you, and I'm just so excited about it.
How are you?
I'm doing just fantastic. Thanks for asking.
Great.
How are you?
I'm very well.
You
Thank
look fantastic.
Thank you.
Gorgeous and beautiful as usual.
Thanks.
So, New York City, how much time do you spend here?
Not as much time as I wish I could. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when I come here, I feel like I'm coming home.
Yeah?
All my stuff's here in my bed, and it feels good to be in my bed, but I'm never here.
So you actually do live here?
Yeah, I've had a place here for about 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What area of town? I mean, I'm not going to come and stalk you or anything. Just
I'm on the west side.
All right, cool. Well, listen, when you come to New York City, like, what's one of your favorite things to do? Like now, Fashion Week is here. Are you hitting up any of the Fashion Week shows?
I just came, I had a break in between working this morning and I just went to see Blast, Michael Volbrecht, the designer. He's a friend, and I got the opportunity to see his show.
Uh-huh.
So that was nice.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
Are you going to hit up any of the Fashion Week parties or anything
no,
like that?
I have to go back to LA, which is also home, and continue working. I have to prep for the Today Show, so we have a
You're going to be
lot
back
of-
here. Was it September 29th? You're going to
Yes, so we have to go back home to rehearse. At least I do.
So what do you have in store for the Today Show?
Dancing and singing and all that good stuff.
So you have a new CD coming out.
Yes.
It's called 20 Years Old, or 20YO.
Yes.
Explain to the Z100 listeners the meaning behind that, the title.
It's the anniversary of the Control album. That was released 20 years ago, and me working with Jimmy and Terry for the first time, and I didn't want that to go unnoticed.
And Control was actually your breakthrough CD, but a lot of people don't know Janet, but I know, being a big Janet fan, that you had 2 CDs out before that.
Yes, I did.
You had 2 albums out before that. Before you worked with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis was kind of like having a singing career, because I know you acted before that.
Mm-hmm.
So was having a singing career kind of like just something for you to do, or was it something serious for you?
I didn't want to sing. I wasn't into it. I did it because my father wanted me to. I got a recording contract when I was 14. I wasn't into it. I was singing things that people wanted me to sing. I loved music. I had been writing since I was 9. But that's why I really don't count those 2 albums. And not that they don't mean anything to me, but I feel where my career truly started was when I actually decided to take the, the bull by the reins or by the horns, or whatever the saying is, and write music about my life and my life experiences, and produce with Jimmy and Terry, and write with them as well. So that was Control.
Wow, how it's the 20th anniversary of you working with Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. You're still working with them on this CD. I actually had a chance to interview Jermaine a few weeks ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was I think he was the music director for the Amsterdam concert or something like that. And he said that he actually produced this CD with Jimmy and Terry.
Yes.
It was like, all 3 of them. It wasn't like, he produced one song and they produced one. They all
Right.
worked on each song together.
Yes.
And those were the only producers you worked with this time around?
Yes.
So tell us about the CD and why we should go and pick it up when it comes out the 26th, right?
Yes, the 26th of this month.
So why should we run and pick it up, Janet?
You embarrass me when you say stuff like that. I mean, for me, it goes back to my roots, my R&B roots, and I miss dancing. So it's a lot of dance stuff on there as well, which I haven't done in a minute.
Yeah, so it's going to be, everything we expect out of it.
What do you expect?
You know what? I'm a Janet fan, so I'm expecting some club bangers, some sexy stuff on there.
Yeah,
I know that,
yeah.
I'm used to your CDs representing what you're going through in your life at that particular time.
Exactly.
So this is going to represent that.
Exactly.
So what happened with the Mariah Carey duet? I heard that you guys were supposed to do one together. Jermaine even confirmed it. What happened with that?
We're still trying to figure something out. At some point, she's been incredibly busy, and so have I, and we've been dying to do something together. People have been wanting it, so we're still just trying to make it happen.
So is it going to be on your CD, or is it probably too late for that, or what?
It's really not too late. I mean, it's always something that can happen a little later on, but we're still trying to work it out. So hopefully it will.
Okay, so let's get back to talking about Control. 20th anniversary this year. It came out in 86. It's 2006 now. I heard, a little birdie told me that you were actually considering doing a huge concert with nothing but Control songs.
A lot of fans were asking for it, so it was something that I'm still trying to get together. I mean, there's been so much work to do and promoting the album, and then also starting up the tour and just trying to fit it in still. So hopefully it will be possible. So I do want to make that happen because they've been asking for it.
You know, you never actually did a tour behind Control.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, see, I'm telling you, I'm a fan. I want to tell you how much of a loser I am. One of your tours, I can't remember which tour it was, but, you know, back when I was living in Houston, you were on tour around Halloween. So when you go on tour, I normally go to I don't go to just one show, Janet. I go to like several shows, you know, during your stops, you know, in the town. So I went to a show, and then the night before, it was the 30th, and then the night after that was, of course, you know, Halloween. And so what I did, I went to your show on Halloween dressed as Janet Jackson for Rhythm Nation.
That's cute. That's too cute.
So I'm not a loser?
No, not at all. I'm sure that night of the show, I'm sure something silly happened on stage.
Yeah, you guys at the end of the show, you just threw around, you and your dancers threw around like lots of candy and stuff.
They did. I'm sure something. There must have been Rhythm Nation. There must have been the Rhythm Nation tour. Yeah. Normally they get silly on Halloween and dress up and walk across the stage in the middle of the show doing something really goofy. So
it was tons of fun. It really was. So you get, of course, I hear that in the spring of 2007 you're going to do another tour behind this new CD, 20YO. Tell me about the preparation for that and when exactly it's going to start.
Well, we start rehearsal in December, and the actual tour will start in March. Still creating ideas, myself and Gil Duldelau, who's the choreographer and creative director, which helps me to ease up a little bit. I don't have to wreck my brain from top to bottom thinking of every piece of the show, so I'll have a little help, I should say, with Gil filling in a lot of the blanks for me. And it should be fun. It'll be an entirely new show, and you know, I feel so badly because so many people come up to me and say, oh, you didn't do my favorite song, this song or that song, and my goal this time around is to try and do every single that I've ever had since Control.
Wow.
So yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, because you've got a lot of hits. I understand, you know, like, first of all, I have to congratulate you because Call on Me, your first single from this CD, actually marks your 30th top 10 single on the Billboard R&B hip-hop charts.
Yes.
How does that make you feel? 30 singles in the top 10.
It's, you know, I didn't know until they told me, and I feel very blessed, and it still excites me. It really does, and for people to still anticipate what it is that I do, the work that I create, and I just appreciate that a great deal, and thank God.
So Janet Jackson is in the studio with us, you guys, and we have a couple of listeners on hold who want to say hi to you.
Sure.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and give you Janet's new single. It's called So Excited, right?
Yes.
And it features Kaya. We're going to come back after this short break and give you that new single from Janet, and then we're going to take a couple of calls, and we want you guys to keep it right here. It's Janet Jackson live in the studio with us right now on Z100.
Z100.
All right, Z100, New York's #1 hit music station. I'm Shelley Wade, honored to be interviewing one of my all-time favorite artists, Janet Jackson. She's in the studio with me right now. Janet, you know what? I forgot to ask you about this. You celebrated your 40th birthday. Let me put my mic over here. You celebrated your 40th birthday this year.
Yes, I did.
What was the best gift you got?
The best.
Yeah. That sounded like a mischievous laugh.
No. I got a huge gift. I got a car. Someone gave me a car.
Wow.
For my birthday.
Wow. Would that be Jermaine Dupri?
Yes.
Really? What kind of car is it?
A Porsche.
Wow. Do you like to drive fast?
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all.
Have you been driving it around in LA? Because I know, do you dare to drive around when you're home here in New York City?
No. And that's the thing, because I had actually moved from LA to here. Mm-hmm. So I have a Vanquish. And so I sent it to the house in Atlanta because I don't drive here in New York. And when we started the album, I had to move back to LA, so I needed another car.
So, of course, he gets you a Porsche. What color is it?
It's white.
Wow.
It's
What a
beautiful.
great gift. What a great gift.